Quentin Tarantino and Kevin Costner may not seem like the most logical partners. The all-American, occasionally auteur Costner revels in the legends of the frontiersmen. An iconoclast versed in film history, Tarantino is an overgrown wunderkind who enjoys transforming obscure genres into flamboyant, dialogue-heavy Oscar winners. He is one of the most unique filmmakers in American history, and although he enjoys relying on spaghetti westerns, old Hollywood and Old West clichés, his work is more about style than content. Given Tarantino's incredible success as a filmmaker and the fact that everyone from Margot Robbie to Robert De Niro has been thrilled to collaborate with him, you might assume that Costner would be the one making the approach. But as it happens, Tarantino is the one who consistently offers to work with someone, but is consistently rejected. When the filmmaker asked the Field of Dreams star to play Bill in the Kill Bill films in the early 2000s, it was the first overture. Having produced Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction, and Reservoir Dogs in 5 years, Tarantino was at the height of his career success at the time. How anyone could refuse the most renowned man in Hollywood is hard to understand, yet Costner did. He was prepared to return to the director's chair for Open Range, 5 years after the monumental failure of his second feature film, The Postman, and he wasn't going to allow an acting opportunity, no matter how alluring, stand in his way. David Carradine accepted the role after he turned down the offer. In the end, everyone had good cause to be happy with their choices. Kill Bill was a big office hit at the time, while Open Range did significantly better with reviewers and viewers than The Postman. Tarantino was determined to have Costner appear in one of his movies, though. He asked the celebrity to perform a part in Django Unchained less than 10 years later. The actor was intrigued this time. According to a 2011 Deadline story, Costner was cast as Leonardo DiCaprio's cruel character, Calvin Candy's right-hand man. However, he later left the project, leaving Tarantino to find a replacement. He eventually abandoned the role completely. Tarantino had another Western he wanted to star in, the TV show Hatfields and McCoys, which is why Costner turned him down a second time. Everyone returned home contented. Hatfields and McCoys won 5 Emmys and opened the door for Costner to star in another TV Western, Yellowstone, while Django made $426 million at the box office and won 2 Oscars. The more intriguing question in this situation is not why Tarantino keeps making proposals to Costner, but rather why Costner keeps rejecting him. The director could collaborate with almost anyone. He is being called by movie stars, not the other way around. However, anyone familiar with the filmmaker of Pulp Fiction is aware that one of his biggest sources of inspiration is nostalgia. He still enjoys working with actors he admired as a child, despite having grown up as a movie buff. It was a dream come true to cast Kurt Russell in Death Proof and Pam Grier in Jackie Brown, and Costner, surprisingly, was one of those people. Tarantino disclosed in a 1994 interview with Vanity Fair that he had been enamored with the little-known Costner road film Fandango from 1985. He saw it 5 times even though it was only in theaters for a week. It was also more than simply the filmmaking. The film's star captivated the aspiring filmmaker. He aspired to be him as well. I wanted to look like Kevin Costner in my clothes. I began to sound like Kevin Costner. In a car driving over the desert, I wanted to sleep, urinate, vomit, drink, and perspire while wearing a dirty tuxedo, Tarantino remarked. He gave the impression that wearing a dirty tuxedo was the most stylish thing ever. He still remembered it after all those years.